Councilman Alora Hockenberry, Council Members Siegel, Oni, Mazzara, Fuller, Dennison, O'Connell, Rhodes, and Vicarello, respective department heads, guests, and residents of the City of Port Jervis. Good evening, and welcome to my third State of the City address. I appreciate the trust you have put in me as your mayor. We live in such divided times that trust in an elected official is very precious. It is something I strive to earn from you every day and do not take for granted. If there is something you have on your mind, something we can improve upon, something we can accomplish, please, as always, let us know. We live in a small city with limited resources, but every day the men and women of the city government do their best they can to help you, our residents. 2026 will be a major year of growth for our city. In spring, we will finally begin one of our major downtown revitalization initiative projects, the Jersey Avenue Streetscape Project. Bidding has recently concluded for the engineering firms, and tonight the council will approve the engineering firm being recommended. Shortly thereafter, the design phase will begin, which we expect to take 2 to 3 months. We fully expect the demolition of the sidewalks to begin in spring, early summer of this year. This work will be provided in kind and in-house by our Department of Public Works. If this project stays on time and on course, it will mean completion of late 2026. This year will also bring into the city an additional 422 acres of property from the town of Deer Park. This will be in addition to the 565 acres of Beamer Park property the city closed on last year. These lands will be added to the city's watershed, which will be expanded to over 2,700 acres. The 422 acres being closed on will be added to the already existing 50-mile watershed trail system. In addition to protecting our watershed, these lands will remain open as open space and available for the public to utilize forever. 2025 saw a total of 8 grand openings. Dog Pound Training Sports Facility, PJ Food Mart, Hometown Healthcare, Wake Up, S.A. Baxter, Bijou Charm Bar, This Chapter Bookstore, and Ironhead Records. These businesses are all open and operating today. 2026 has a grand opening scheduled with DeMarino's Cannabis Dispensary. Lastly, I would like to welcome the Orange County Chamber of Commerce into our city with the new satellite office. On January 28th, our city officially welcomed them with a ribbon cutting. The Department of Public Works, under the direction of Director Steve Duryea and Assistant Director Wayne Addy, had a busy 2025. To go along with their normal day-to-day operations consisting of garbage and recycling pickup, snow and leaf removal, fleet maintenance, and general upkeep of the city, 2025 saw a very aggressive city paving schedule, which included 18 city streets. 2025 saw the completion of the West End Bathhouse Rehabilitation Project. This project was funded through a CREST grant, which was completed entirely in-house. It represents a significant upgrade to a heavily used seasonal facility. Orange Square Park, or Veterans Park, which over the course of 2 years has also seen major upgrades. This project has only final painting of the pavilion before the formal closeout of the grant. A project that showed tremendous amount of pride is our new splash pad located at Church Street Park. This project was funded entirely through Senator Skoufis' office and was also completed entirely in-house except for the concrete coloring. We have no doubt that our community's children will benefit from this project for many years to come. What's to come in 2026 for our DPW? In spring, early summer, the city will begin one of our awarded DRI projects, the Jersey Avenue Streetscape, which I previously just announced. An engineer has been selected. Tonight we will hire the engineer for this transformative project over the next winter months. When the weather breaks for spring, our laborers will begin the demo process of this project entirely on Jersey Avenue. Weather and funding permitted, the project will include new sidewalks, street lighting, trees, streetscape amenities, and full roadway restoration. We anticipate this project to conclude before winter of 26. Now that the city has finally closed on a $20 million loan and has officially have the funding and engineering in place, we will start to see the long-awaited sewer realignment project in spring, early summer. A full construction timeline will be presented soon. In collaboration with the Mayor's Office, DPW Director Duryea, and our city engineers, MHE, the city was granted formal approval to increase our permitted discharge to 2.4 million gallons of water per day. This new city request for permitting process has been 2 years in the making, and the Delaware River Basin Commission finally granted our request for additional water in fall of 2025. I would like to thank everyone involved for this project. The water filtration plant rehabilitation project is slated to begin in fall 2026. This $3.5 million project, scheduled to continue for the next 2 years, will position the city to meet future demands and creates opportunities for major economic development for many years to come. Chief William Morton, Lieutenants John Fitzpatrick, Chris Sargente, and William Van Engelen continue to lead our professional police department. In 2025, the City of Port Jervis Police continued to make significant progress in public safety, community engagement, and professional excellence. The city experienced sustained reductions in both violent and property crime, reinforcing Port Jervis as a safe and resilient community. According to the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services, the FBI Uniform Crime Reporting, UCR Part 1 offenses reached their lowest level since 1980, marking a 17.86 decrease from 2024 and an extraordinary 72.6% reduction since the city's peak criminal year, which was 1996. A landmark achievement in 2025 was the State Accreditation Award on September 10th in Albany. This distinction placed our Port Jervis Police Department fewer than 35% agencies statewide meet this rigorous program. Accreditation standards require compliance with 112 standards across administration, training, and operations. This accomplishment demonstrates the department's professionalism, accountability, and commitment to modern police practices. Some of the programs being implemented by our police department in 2026 include Social Work Pilot Program, Civilian Service Coordinator, which will be funded by a $75,000 grant program to be able to assist and support individuals in crisis and connect community members with essential services. 2026 will also begin the deployment of a police drone unit. We will also see enhanced recruiting and strategic staffing initiatives, as well as the implementation of the niche county-wide records management system. The Port Jervis Recreation Department, led by John Fagione, celebrated 30 years of Youth Community Center in June 2025. Our youth center served close to 6,000 students in 2025. The Recreation Department oversaw the newly renovated bathhouse at West End Beach, as well as the newly constructed splash pad at Church Street Park, which officially opened in July. In 2026, we will move ahead with plans to renovate the basketball and tennis courts at Church Street Park, as well as refinish the hardwood floors at the youth center. While the city was in the running with the newly created NY Bricks program and ultimately unsuccessful, we will again submit plans for funding a new recreation senior community center for our city. It continues to be a priority for my administration to construct a state-of-the-art community center for our residents. 2026 will also see 4 to 5 Recreation Department sponsored community trips, as well in conjunction with the Outdoor Club of PJ, a reimagined Stone Challenge Adventure Series race in a watershed property. In 2024, an opportunity was presented to the city by the OC Runners Club. After many months of meetings and logistics, we proudly announced the Big Orange 10-mile race. The race was a reimagined take and extension of the famous Orange Classic. In October of 2025, the race kicked off in our city limits and was an instant success. We look forward to hosting and watching this grow in 2026. As 2025 ended, the city said thank you to Fire Chief Keith Brown. Keith, we thank you for your years as Assistant Chief and your 4 years as Fire Chief. The city welcomed new Fire Chief Anthony Fuller, as well as new Assistant Chris Southard. The Port Jervis Fire Department, under supervision of these men, as well as the Assistant Chief Jeff Lewis, commands a department that responded to a total of 484 calls for service in 2025. The department assisted 12 different municipalities over 3 states for a total of 109 mutual aid calls. 2025 proved to be a successful year for the department with grant submissions. The fire department was finally able, after 7 long years, to secure the FEMA AFG grant for a total of $530,000. This funding was written for 55 new SCBA, self-contained breathing apparatuses, to replace the department's current equipment, which is coming to the end of its life expectancy. Additionally, the department received state funding targeting recruitment and retention to the amount of $25,000. This funding will go towards the fire department's health and wellness program. 2026 will have the fire department planning upgrades to its training facility, as well as planning for a new fire apparatus, which will be 80% funded through Congressman Pat Ryan's office. Our City Clerk Treasurer's Office, led by Clerk Treasurer Stacy Hoskin and Deputy Clerk Bobby Joe Muller, had the unappreciated job of collecting taxes, water sewer bills, fees, fines, and documenting vital work records. Under Clerk Treasurer Hoskin's direction, the office continues to seek ways to save money, upgrade, and update services to assist the public and make everyone's lives easier. Under Stacy and Bobby Joe's direction, we will continue to see a net positive cash flow and a more organized approach to spending our finances. In 2025, the city finances have been invested in the NICLAS program. The rewards of this program have already paid off for the city, returning around $100,000 annually. Investments like the NICLAS program show our finances are sound and we were able to stay under the New York State tax cap. The building department, led by Building Inspector Dave Rivera and Assistant Building Inspector Lori Powery, work towards helping prospective home and business owners by providing safe and reliable information to help assist and educate them towards achieving their goals. 2025 saw a total of 259 building permits issued. The department also saw a total of 10 demolition permits issued, 6 pool permits, and 20 sign permits. 199 certificates of compliance occupancy were also issued in 2025. 2026 so far is poised to be a very busy year for our building department, who remain a vital component in our quest for economic development. The Bureau of Fire Prevention, led by Fire Inspector Craig Becker, has been working diligently to keep our existing commercial properties safe by means of a thorough fire inspection program. In 2025, we saw increased carbon monoxide detection and reduced fire protection deficiencies in commercial properties. The fire inspector has been working closely with the fire department to ensure safety and efficiency in the event of an emergency. We have been working with the building department on new projects to increase safety and continuity. The fire inspector believes this approach makes Port Jervis reputable to contractors and developers who are seeking to build and renovate. In March of 2025, we wish our assessor and longtime city employee, Teresa Stradling, a happy and healthy retirement. The city didn't have to look too far to find her rightful replacement. Teresa's clerk, Heather Marino, would assume the role of city assessor. I am very happy to report that the transition has been seamless. The assessors managed to deliver a fair and equitable assessment role through a transition in staffing, reflecting their continued commitment to accuracy and uniformity. In addition, the office reached a settlement in the Centuriori case with Orange and Rockland Utilities, which, although not ideal, was reasonable under the circumstances. During the past year, the assessor's office processed approximately 300 property sales, with the median sales price increasing towards 8% in the residential sector and 17.6% in the commercial sector. This reflects continued market activity within Port Jervis. The Community Development Agency, which is contracted by the city and led by CDA Director Valerie Baczynski, works tirelessly seeking and writing grants for the city. Ms. Baczynski also works closely with potential developers, investors, and small business owners, helping to find low-interest loans and grants that kickstart or continue projects within our city. The CDA was instrumental in assisting the city to resecure the $825,000 through Congressman Pat Ryan's office for a new fire apparatus, as well as securing $530,000 through FEMA for the much-needed SCBA replacement for the fire department. While we did not receive the successful award for the bridge program, we did learn that it was not because of our submission. Our submission did receive a high mark, Unfortunately, the state ran out of money for the program. As recently mentioned, we will resubmit a new application in 2026. Some of the major city projects the CDA is actively involved in include New York State Homes and Community Renewal Resilient investments through support and capital, which is called RISC, study improvements to the dam at Reservoir 1 spillway, improvements of some $3.5 million to the city's water filtration plant upgrades, FEMA's assistance to firefighters grant for $530,000 for the purchase of SCBAs, which have been delivered and are in service, $825,000 through Congressman Pat Ryan's office for new fire apparatus, as well as the New York State Department of Homeland Security and Recruitment Retention Award for $25,000 for our fire department. We are also working through phase 1 of a project to plan a pedestrian walkway at Fowler and 4th Street, which is still in its initial stages. While the word transformative gets overused in government, and I'm always cautious to use that word, we will see major yet positive transformative changes in our city in 2026. As you can see and hear in this address, your council, respective city departments are working together and are working hard for you, the residents. The city continues to be on the right path or trajectory. We have faced challenges, we have made progress, and we are moving forward. The work continues, but so does our commitment to one another and this city. I am proud of where we are, and I am very confident where we are going. Thank you.